The villagers believe she will be all right now. Dolan reflects on the oracle's prophecy, delivered by Mythical, and feels indebted to her. Later, as Dolan sleeps, he uses his astral form to separate his soul from his body, flying upwards until he reaches the land of the gods. There, he transforms into a dragon and visits Mythical, who is happy to see him. He greets her, saying it's been a long time since they last met. When he addresses her as a goddess, she teasingly wonders if he's forgotten how to speak like a human. He smiles and asks her not to tease him. She quickly catches on that he's visiting because of the Lamia, and he confirms this, explaining how invaluable her oracle had been. Without it, who knows what might have happened? He thanks her earnestly, and Mythical marvels at his rebirth as a human. She says she sensed his soul in the prayers offered to her, sparkling with the joy of life. It surprised her, considering how tired of living he once was. Dolan admits that he had no regrets when the hero delivered the final blow. But since being reborn, his perspective has shifted. He now understands that people on the surface live as if every day could be their last. Their lives, though fleeting, burn brightly. Mythical smiles, telling him that he's been shining too, and she's felt pure joy in his heart. She adds that the same is true for Delenia, and Dolan, deeply moved, thanks her again. The scene shifts to morning, where Selena bursts into Dolan's house, waking him up. He groggily tells her to knock next time. She apologizes, but notices how content he looks. Dolan explains that he had a dream where he met an old friend who spoke kind words to him. When he asks why she's there so early, Selena reminds him of their promise to plant potatoes with Christina. She playfully warns him that Christina would be sad if she thought he had forgotten. Outside, Christina overhears the conversation, smiling softly. Next, in the bustling city of Galoa, a young girl delivers a letter to the headmistress of the academy. The headmistress, Olivia, asks the girl to leave the mail in its usual spot, but the girl insists that today's mail is special. It's from Christina, the pride of the academy. Olivia uses magic to open the letter, where Christina shares how she's adjusting to life in Vin Village. The village faces harsh conditions, but the people have welcomed her warmly. As Olivia reads, the scene transitions to Christina sparring with Melita, the vice captain of the guards, in front of an excited crowd. Despite holding back, Melita eventually decides to take the match seriously, which excites Christina. They fight fiercely, and Christina emerges victorious, helping Melita up with a smile. Melita blushes as Christina compliments her swordsmanship, calling it swift and beautiful. Dolan, impressed by their skill, invites Christina to lunch, which she gladly accepts. At the village tavern, the locals offer Christina various dishes, eager to see what she likes. Christina beams, saying she loves everything they've made. Her genuine warmth makes the village girls blush. When Dolan invites her for a drink, Albert warns her to decline, knowing Dolan's reputation as a heavy drinker. Christina laughs it off, but the conversation turns to teasing as Dolan's friends try to stop him from dragging her into one of his infamous drinking contests. That evening, at the village guest house, Christina feels a bit out of place. Watching the villagers interact, she senses a distance between them and her. Later, while practicing her swordsmanship, Selena and Dolan stumble upon her. Noticing her somber mood, Selena invites her over to her house. There, she shows off her cozy bed, claiming it gives her the sweetest dreams. Christina hesitates, but eventually joins her in bed. Dolan, standing nearby, tries to excuse himself, but both girls playfully drag him in. They share a warm, light-hearted moment before the scene shifts again. The next day, the peaceful village is interrupted by the arrival of an envoy from the kingdom. Soldiers surround Selena and Dolan, while Christina is separated from them. The old man leading the group, Gouda, introduces himself as the commissioner of the northern frontier. He accuses Dolan of bringing Lamia Selena into the village. Dolan confirms this but explains that the oracle from the goddess Mythical has already declared Selena harmless. Gouda, however, insists that Selena must still be brought to the government for verification. Dolan, worried for Selena's safety, requests to accompany her. Gouda agrees, and they set off, leaving Christina behind. who decides to seek help from the headmistress. Using wind magic to speed her journey, Christina heads to Galoa. Meanwhile, on the road, Dolan and Selena share a quiet moment in the carriage. Sensing her anxiety, Dolan comforts her, hugging her gently and assuring her that everything will be all right. His embrace reminds him of how his mother used to calm him, and Selena, touched, feels a sense of hope. Later, Christina arrives at Olivia's office, urgently explaining the situation. Olivia reassures her that Selena will not be killed, but reveals that it was Karen, the government's mage general, who insisted on bringing Selena in. Karen suspects Selena might be involved in the recent disappearances of women, casting suspicion on her despite her innocence. As the night unfolds, the carriage carrying Selena and Dolan comes to a stop. The tension rises as Guda summons Selena for questioning, and Christina braces herself for what's to come. As Dolan and Selena share a quiet moment in the shadowy depths of the forest, they come across a curious character, a small mushroom-like creature, quietly shuffling along. This walking mushroom has an ancient air about him, and he speaks in a hushed, gravelly tone that hints at secrets untold. Dolan and Selena listen intently, but as the mushroom reveals his knowledge, their faces twist in disbelief and horror. The news shakes them deeply, unsettling their core beliefs. The ancient magic, the forbidden rites, all the horrors they'd only heard in whispers were true, woven into the fabric of their very mission. In the city of Galois, the scene shifts to Crissa, a sharp-witted scholar who stares anxiously at her notes, absent-mindedly adjusting her glasses. She's incensed to learn of Selena's capture and the eerie involvement of Kieran, the city's reputedly benevolent witch. Chris's frustration builds, restrained only by the dean, who insists they must bide their time to prevent any legal backlashes. Yet Olivia, another of their trusted allies, remains concerned, sensing there's something deeper at play. Meanwhile, Dolan and Selena are brought before Kieran, who greets them with her usual charm. As they settle down to a lavish dinner, Selena's anxieties are calmed slightly by the witch's unexpected hospitality. But Dolan, wary of the overture, insists on answers. Kieran surprises them with the news that she will handle all necessary paperwork for Selena's stay in the village, but her pleasant smile hides something sinister. Beneath the cheery banquet lies an air of foreboding, one that the heroes cannot shake as they drink the offered wine. Kieran's gaze lingers on Selena with unsettling intensity, admiring her unique beauty and shimmering scales. As the night darkens, Dolan's vision blurs, and a wave of drowsiness overtakes him. He realizes, too late, that Kieran has drugged them. Selena struggles as well, fighting to stay conscious. The witch's smile transforms into a smirk as she reveals her true intentions to harness Selena's vitality to fuel her own twisted quest for eternal beauty. Powerless, they drift into darkness. Back at the library, Crissa pores over her books in despair, when suddenly, the governor strides in with a grim look. He's prepared to break his silence, revealing shocking news about Kieran's dark experiments. For years, young women have disappeared in Galois without a trace, their lives twisted into dark purposes by Kieran. The governor reveals that Kieran's forbidden magic relies on consuming the life force of others, a truth that chills Crissa to the bone. In the depths of Kieran's hidden dungeon, Selena awakens, bound to a cold slab. Kieran leans over her, scalpel in hand, relishing the moment. Her face twists with glee as she prepares to extract the Lamia's vitality. But Dolan, forcing himself awake through sheer will, breaks free of his bonds with newfound strength. With fury burning in his eyes, he confronts Kieran, who merely laughs. The floor around her is marked with bloodied runes, a macabre testament to her countless dark rituals. Kieran's expression changes as she realizes Dolan's powers, sensing he may be more than he appears. In a voice dripping with scorn, she describes how she spent centuries piecing together her perfect form, taking the beauty and vitality of her countless victims. Her patchwork body is a horror, her face untouched by age thanks to the sacrifices of others. But Dolan, disgusted, challenges her, condemning her as an abomination. Selena, finding her strength, joins him, her eyes alight with determination. Just then, the doors burst open, and the governor, alongside a squad of guards, storm in, revealing that they've been on to Kieran all along. This was no simple dinner party, but a sting operation meant to expose her wickedness. Furious, Kieran transforms, merging her form with the twisted magic sustaining her. She lunges at Selena, but Dolan steps forward, summoning his full power. His hand crackles with energy, a celestial javelin manifesting in his grip as he hurls it at Kieran, piercing her with the force of divine retribution. As the witch crumbles to ash, Dolan and Selena finally breathe a sigh of relief. Their victory is bittersweet, the reality of Kieran's victims weighing heavily on them. The governor hands them official documents, granting Selena the freedom to stay in the city. For the first time, she feels accepted, her heart swelling with gratitude. As they walk through the city, Dolan contemplates the offer to join the magical academy, where he could further hone his powers. But as he gazes at Selena, he realizes that his heart lies with her, and the quiet village life they both crave. In the shadows of a distant forest, however, new dangers stir. Monstrous ants march in formation, and a figure stands at the edge of a dark portal, observing the scene with a sinister smile. A new chapter awaits, one that will test Dolan and Selena's courage once again.